This one came in as a bit of a restoration job for a customer, really. Started off with a small plan of a lot of remedial works and things we could do to take care of it, and has kind of escalated up and up and up and up. And as part of what we do with a twisted build, we usually have a WhatsApp group on the go, and we can send little updates of what's happening and what's changed on the car. And Andy's been in regular communications with the customer, and it's evolved into what you see today. So it's ended up with our twisted stage 1 front end. It's ended up with our laser daytime running light and driving light front bumper on there. We've ended up with a roll cage for safety and protection on there, some black checker plate detailing, and our lovely 18-inch Ross style wheels on there. We're always a bit funny here when cars go out the door. You've spent so long building them, so long watching them come to fruition on a ramp, and particularly something like this that started off as a bit of a renovation, some light titivations to get it up to a standard, and it's gone on and on and on and turned into something that is just, it harnesses everything that's great about Defender and elevates it to that next level. I'm so envious that this is going back on the road, back to its home, and for, you know, to be able to go in that, to have the soundtrack, the extra power that we've given it, for it to handle right, and that level of comfort with a TD5 soundtrack, that is properly cool. I'm a little bit lost for words, which doesn't happen, but I am so jealous that somebody else is getting to drive that car. It is just phenomenal.
Well, basically my first interaction was with Charles about their discussions about the car. You know, they'd obviously come with a bit of a plan of ideas of where they wanted to go and what Jason and Josh wanted to kind of achieve with the car. But firstly we had to make sure it was like mechanically sound and safe. So the first kind of interaction I had with, like, about the build was with Charles, about going through that, the kind of different lists of get it mechanically sound. If it's mechanically sound and everybody's happy, we'll talk to Jason and Josh, and then basically maybe move on to the next step. And we had kind of like step-by-step process of how we get on, but obviously including regular updates to the customer.
Right at the start, we just started a group chat, gave the first ideas, first concepts, and then throughout the process we've got regular updates from Andy, and send through photos. And then when things started to really come together, that's when it got exciting, seeing comparison photos. We found some photos from about 2016 of the car to compare to now, and it's just been really fun to send that with the group and have fun with it. You know?
The messages have become more frequent, so rather than it being 2 to 3 weeks, we maybe get down to like 2 to 3 days. Then towards the end of the build, it was maybe every day, several times a day. You know, the excitement was building. You know, I'd been sending regular pictures throughout the build, but then it kind of got to a stage where we had to stop sending. Towards like the last couple of weeks, it's like we basically said we aren't sending you any more pictures because, you know, handover's close and you don't want it to be a surprise.
It's been pretty exciting, really. So we've been It's been a work in progress because we didn't really know where we were going. After 6 months, we started quite a while ago, and then it just progressed and progressed and progressed over the group chat, giving forth new ideas, saying yes to things, no to others, getting photos constantly. It was really fun.
The big day arrived and I was emotional. I'm sure Jason and Josh were emotional, but it turned out really well and everyone's super happy. I mean, the car just looked amazing. It was anything with Defender and TD5 in it, my ears twitch, you see. And when this one came up, it was like, well, I'm going to pull rank here, and it's I'm going to take this build on because it's, I'm a TD5 guy, So, but overall, it just looked amazing. Exactly what we kind of come up with between us all would be selfishly how I'd have it. So it's turned out really well. So I'm super glad they're over the moon with it, really.
It's a much more personal experience, being able to curate it and personalise it. It's really different to just going in, taking what you see, and you kind of get to know the people behind it much more than regularly, I'll say. Yeah.
So what's your plans now?
Take it home, drive it, have fun.
Yeah.
That is properly cool.